I think it's interesting for a person here to be saying like this. Father Fabio, love is an imposition, a duty. Or is it a virtue? What do you think, Chris? Good question, isn't it? Is love a duty, an imposition? Or is it a virtue? What is this guy wanting to say? Precisely, if it was easy, Christian is saying, it would not be a commandment. It is interesting that love condenses both possibilities. Happy from the one who managed to love because there was natural empathy. What is love? It is the process of wanting well. We talk so much about love that we risk understanding the true meaning of love. To love is to want well. When you tell the other, I love you. So much that when I was a child, I just thought I could say, I love you. The man to the woman. It's not like this. We didn't have it in the past. It was a typical expression of those who were in love, of a love that erotic could say, or in love. I remember the first time we started hearing this. The father tells his son. The friend tells the other, Our Lady. We were afraid of this expression. Say I love you. When I have the courage to say that, it means I want you well. Wanting good may be a gift, but it is also an imposition. From the moment I live, the dynamics of Christianity within me, I have for obligation to want everyone well. Guys, here comes a very subtle distinction which can be dangerous if we don't understand well. Wanting well is always favorable to the happiness of the other. I will do absolutely nothing to harm your happiness. I will do absolutely nothing to disturb your life, and I will always be committed to your good. I will not be violent with you. All forms of violence. I would not be aggressive with you with my words. I will not be deducted. Lightness. This is a word that we need to resume. We are very deducted from each other. Sometimes we feel the right to say to the other, when, in fact, I have no right to say everything to each other if I have no intimacy with him. Sometimes we go beyond the territories of others, and sometimes we say more than we should say. Sometimes we are invasive. We ask more than we should ask. The other day, I lived a situation there in Belo Horizonte. A great friend of mine suddenly told a story that she was so annoyed, so angry, because someone was invasive with her. Asked a question that was not part of the context of that intimacy. I had no intimacy for the question, to interfere so much in life, and she was upset, annoyed and right, wanting well, that's it. I have a Christian commitment to the world. I will not live to do harm. I won't live to defame that I do not agree with the other, even though I have no communion with the way of thinking about the other. I can treat the differences, but I will respect. I don't need to attack. I don't need to be rude. I don't need to use words that will be less, that will humiliate. There is no need for it. I may not agree with each other, but I will be smoothly not to agree with elegance. This is part of life. It's cradle. We learn, or then we will run after to have. We talk less. We are not so repetitive. We are not so spathy in our communications. You have that limit of to what extent you can guess in the other's life. But you want well. But it doesn't mean you have to establish close bonds, because you will have your friendship group. You will have your proximity group. This is your right. And it will only be part of your intimacy. You will only enter your home. You will only be part of your world. Those with whom you have established a bond of trust, security, isn't it? Of faithfulness. No one gets friends overnight. It is construction. Friendship is construction. Now, love. It will always be a rule for any and all relationships that want to be a Christian. I lost here. The person who said was, I don't know what. The surname would do. And I remember she was saying like this, Father, how he can. She, by the way, was living a conflict. Because Twitter is so complicated, right? Sometimes the person wants advice here. No, this is much more interesting to propose a reflection. Because in 140 characters, we can't handle issues, sometimes so serious that people present here. Even because Twitter is not MSN, right? For us to stay, it's a lot of people talking at the same time. So it is a place that we can even propose another reflection. But it is a very restricted place of communication. But this lighter communication we do in everyday life, which I find absolutely healthy of approach. We feel closer to people. But she was saying a lot in this context, Father. I have difficulty repaying love to someone who treats me very well. They